Hey, this is DJ Gerry.
And I'm DJ Dallas.
Yeah, we unfortunately have some sad news to share with you guys. Aerosmith has officially called it quits as of August 2nd, 2024. They made a statement to the press and it ended up on a lot of social network pages. It even brought a tear to Brian May's eye.
Yeah, I didn't know he was an Aerosmith fan, but
Yeah, evidently he's a Kiss fan too. I just saw a picture of Brian May and Paul Stanley together. So he's not only a legend, he is a fan. That's right. I know the news has been breaking. You may or may not have heard it, but Steven Tyler was doing so well in his recovery. He had vocal cord injury.
I think he broke his larynx was the injury.
There was like internal bleeding and things like that happening. And he was doing so well with the recovery. He had a team of doctors working with him, and they rescheduled all the dates that were canceled last year and this year. I believe the last show that they performed was in 2023 in New York. It was a great show. It's out there on YouTube somewhere and probably for sale out there somewhere on Google Shopping. If you Google it, at least sometime soon it will be available. They released a statement on social network thanking their fans for 54 years. They began in 1970. The Blue Army. I didn't know that's what they were called. And they've just canceled all their dates. Now, what's your take on this? Is this it? They don't even go out with a final show?
I just can't see that really being the end. I think that maybe they won't do a tour, but maybe Steven Tyler can really do one final show or something, hopefully, because this is kind of it's not finished. They didn't finish what they were setting out to do. They only did a week of shows on the farewell tour. I mean, they didn't even really start it yet. It's just not. I can't imagine this really being the end of such a historic rock band to not even release a video or anything. It's just
I guess they can't keep holding these tickets.
So I think maybe it is too ambitious for him to go out on a full tour right now, but maybe in a year or two he could do select dates or something. Maybe bring back Joey Kramer.
Yeah, we could bring back Joey Kramer. Joey Kramer had some health issues. He couldn't make the final tour. So it would be really nice to see all five of them at least doing a couple special engagement or a show, like a final pay-per-view or something like that,
Go out on a real high note. It just doesn't feel real. I don't know. I met Steven Tyler. He was very nice. He's a really good guy. And I met Joe Perry, so I'm pretty upset I never got to see Aerosmith.
Yeah, I think the closest Dallas got was seeing him at the Dolby Theater. Steven Tyler did a solo tour. Yeah. What was that, back in like 2015 or something like that?
It was great, but it wasn't Aerosmith. I don't know.
Yeah, he was playing some Aerosmith songs, and then he had like a quasi-country album that he was supporting. It was great, but I was hoping to see Aerosmith, back on tour. And I mean, from what I heard of the performances that they did for that week in September of 23, it sounded really good.
Great, yeah. They had that great Dolby sound system that they had worked out for the Vegas shows they were touring around with, so it seemed like a really great show. It's quite a shame.
I remember I got to see them in the Back in the Saddle tour. This was back in 1984 when Joe Perry came back after being gone for like 4 or 5 years on a hiatus. He was doing the Joe Perry project, and they got back together. And I remember reading about them in some rock magazines saying, and this is like maybe 1984, 85, they were saying, I think maybe if we had 10 more years in us, we'd be doing good. They were like in their 40s back then or even younger. 10 more years. We got a lot more than 10 more years, of great music. They had a resurgence in the late 80s, early 90s. They even got to play with Jimmy Page on that MTV Unplugged special. They played with them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when Led Zeppelin, I think, got inducted. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, I believe in happy endings, and if it's not happy, it's not the end, you know, so.
I think there will be, I think there'll be a final big farewell, all the original members, because they're all still alive. I mean, why not bring back Joey Kramer?
Yeah, they put on such a great show. They're such a powerful band. One of my favorite American rock groups. The Bad Boys from Boston. Come on back, you know, do it again if you can. If not, you left us with a lot of great memories and albums and videos. So we've got a lifetime of music to continue to enjoy.
I guess we can leave with what Brian May said in his tribute to Aerosmith. He said, "All things must pass, but the inspiring work of Aerosmith will live on." So Aerosmith is forever.
Well said, Brian. All right. If we hear anything else, updates on it, we'll keep you posted. But keep on rocking and keep on listening to Aerosmith.
Bye now.
Bye-bye, everybody.